These are a lot of our pre-warm-up drills. A lot of basic of the fundamental ball handling, but one of the things you'll probably notice a lot about Jing and his training style is that the ball and the players also move a lot. I know that is something that he's adapted into the training drills that we did. This is a drill we call the fan, or the setter fan, your basic warm-up setter drill. But the basic set, the movement is initiated by the players and by the athlete. So we're pretty, Jing and I sat down when I came on board to combine a lot of our drills. Pretty interesting that this drill I learned from Kathy Notes and Linda Grinsing-Crum, who was an assistant for Jim Stone. So I feel like Jim's my volleyball grandfather. A lot of the drills that we do are modified versions of what he's done that we're really excited about, and just really let Jing take it to another level with lots of movement and instruction. And the movement drills, we think emphasizes footwork because you get to see the result and there's immediate outcomes when you're contacting the ball and moving. So I think Jing mentioned that he's been pretty much doing the same type of stuff for many, many years since his time with the Chinese national team in 1996, and they won the silver medal here in Atlanta, upset Brazil. He trains these players the same way, and he emphasizes with young players training the same way, training players to understand that movement is a part of the game. It's a very dynamic game. We call this setter domino, where the setters kind of rotate around each other and move like stacked dominoes and tumble. He has a couple different drills, names for it. It's interesting because I create the drill. We both create the drill together, then we name it. Of course, with volleyball, there's nothing new under the sun. So a lot of this is stuff that we kind of done repetitively. And you've seen different variations. Of course, with our setters, we like to emphasize communication. So in lots of our drills, as you'll see through setting and through the defensive drills, the communication is required to solve the issue or to accomplish the challenge that's happening in front of them, or the challenge that's ahead of them in accomplishing the drill. One of our goals is to drill 100%. And we're probably getting more mental thinking and then 100% effort, but trying to drill at 100% helps us be able to compete at a high level. You switch with Josh? Or go get one out of the locker room? And some knee pads. Okay. And join us. Forward, right. Right here. Behind. Behind. Right here. Open the floor. Right back to me. 10 foot. Right back to you. Okay, go ahead. Behind. Back to me. Right back to you. Stand still. Right in the middle. Go ahead. Forward. Good. Forward. Right here. Got it. Go ahead. Right here. This is one stage of our setter aerobics. Helps us work on movement, again, location, communication, all those things that we emphasize. We've actually been able to determine who's going to set for us and who's going to be successful in that role by doing drills like this. A lot of them I've seen have been coach initiated, but we are fortunate to have enough players, enough athletes that can set and ball handle. We will drill ball control for about an hour and 15 minutes, mostly involving everybody. Setters, this is a type of stuff they do before they arrive. On the other side, we have our non-setting hitters that we actually work a lot on ball control and being able to take the ball overhand so they can develop in their ball control and contact skills also. This is our zigzag drill where we work on their location, contact, running balls down, foot movement, coach initiated. This is another increased level. Jing works with the setters mostly, primarily, controlling the tempo, controlling the pace of the drill, giving good feedback, them giving good feedback to the other, and working on running down the balls, working on good hustle, and getting spread up to the ball. So in the whole setter aerobic series, everything is high tempo, and we look for them to exert a lot of energy.
Bring your arms down, close your head, and use your whole body strength to set your ball. Okay, not like right here, come your ball. Bring your arms down, right there, set your ball. Right?
How are you, Aunt Holly? I'm mic'd up, so
ready position.
I'm going to keep my language.
You should get your body over the
Look at the
board.
TV. So
you can see the
See, that's Rose.
opponent. And even the ball you pass behind you, you still have time to run. Like you run, and it's kind of easier. Okay. If you stay like this, ball pass behind you, it's kind of hard to turn to get the ball up. See the difference? You have the right position right here, like this. All right.
I'm just giving them feedback. We talk about being in the ready position and setter position, ready to contact the ball. I've seen a lot of variations of that, and one thing I do like is that he emphasizes them running and getting their feet to the ball and not doing setting on the fly, or not setting in the midst of moving, but getting there, getting set, and putting up a hittable ball. It's definitely made the biggest difference with our setters to understand that they need to be strong and use their whole body position to get the ball where they want it to be. Again, Ceci's in the process of changing a lot for what she's learned to set. She's a great athlete, but Jean gives lots of feedback. Obviously one of the best setters in the world at one point, setting for the Chinese men's national team. They take very, very intently, and he gives feedback with almost every full repetition with the players. So we'll go through a series, and he gives feedback. He's consistent. He always gives some direction, and teaches in the midst of training. That's one of the philosophies that we talk a lot about, teaching in the midst of training, not just expecting them to know or expecting them to understand. That's good, that's not good, but that's how we've been able to identify what our top quality setters are going to be able to do.